Hey, basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Basketball Coach Allen, and today I'm going to give you some fantastic 3-on-3 basketball plays that you're going to need to know if you want to win a ton of 3-on-3 basketball games. And of course, they're super simple. So if you like basketball plays, drills, and skills, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get down to the clipboard. Let's check these out. Okay, so in this first play, we're going to have what I like to call a sandwich screen. We're going to be having players 2 and 3 both setting a screen on player 1. Player 1 blue is now going to make the decision to go right or left, but either way, if he goes right or left, you can mirror this play on either side. So let's say, for example, player 1 dribbles out towards that left side. He's going to look to try and attack so that he can pull that player 4 defender up so player 2 is able to roll towards the basket. If that's the case, he can pass down to player 2 for an easy layup. Now, if, for example, we don't have a switch and player 1 is able to get past that screen and player 4 has player 2 covered really well, I want to see player 3 popping towards the 3-point line. The reason behind this is because sometimes player 5, red, may just pop down to play a little bit of help defense. This is when player 1 can make a quick swing pass over to player 3 where player 3 could drain that 3-point shot. Now, another option as well is, let's say both those players are covered. They were a fantastic defensive team. What we can do now is we can set up the offense. Again, that's totally an option, but I personally really like to run this next continuation play. And that is having player 2 pop out. And now we're going to have player 3 and 1 come together for a dribble handoff. When this happens, player 3 is going to look to attack. If player 1 is rolling, of course, that's an option. But let's say player 3 drives or player 1 rolls and gets that ball. It doesn't matter. If player 4 comes down to play help defense, this needs to be a kick out to player 2 for a 3-point shot. Or if it's really tight help defense, player 2 can cut and it can be an easy layup for player 2. So with that first play, with a continuation of this next play with the dribble handoff, the DHO, you're going to be very successful winning with those two simple plays back to back. But there's more, so stay tuned. Here's another play that you're going to absolutely love. So this next play, what we're going to have is player 2. He's going to start by walking down towards the baseline. That's going to pull player 4 red towards the baseline as well. We're going to have player 1 and 3 come together for a dribble handoff. When player 3 gets that ball, of course, there is the option to shoot that shot or drive if he has the open lane. If he doesn't, and player 5 red was able to defend that DHO, what I want to see happen is player 1 cut down and set a screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to pop, and player 1 is going to roll off of that screen. So player 2 is going to pop, player 1 is going to roll. The idea behind this is because now we're giving player 3 two different options. If he sees player 2 is open for a 3-point shot, he is going to drain it. However, if player 1 switched off and player 1 is rolling towards the basket, now he has a pass down to player 1 for an easy layup. And we're all looking for simplicity when we're playing 3-on-3. This is not exactly a hard drill or a hard play to run. Now this next play, we're going to start with 2 post players. And what we're going to be having here is player 2, he's going to be setting a screen across for player 3. Player 3 is going to be popping towards that high post or 3-point line. If he's a good shooter from the mid-range, he could drain that shot. If he's a good 3-point shooter, he could drain that shot. But either way, wherever he catches it, it doesn't matter. What we're going to be looking to have once he gets that ball is most likely that defender is going to catch up eventually. We're going to be now having a back screen on player 1, except if player 3 is in the high post, I want player 1 to take behind on the far side. And if player 3 is out on the 3-point line, I want to see player 1 take that close side so that he can get that ball and go in for that layup. On this side, he's going to be most likely looking to try and get an alley-oop and that would set him up really well. We ran this play the other day against some guys who were talking garbage at the Y, and we got ourselves a dunk. We were playing with a guy who has some just insane hopping ability. It was not me. I was the one who passed the ball. And here's one more play that can get, if you have somebody who has hops, this is the play for your team. We're going to be having player 2 set a screen on player 1, and this needs to be a very strong screen. We want player 1 to be able to drive towards the basket. We want that because we want player 5, red, to come out and play help defense. Meanwhile, we have player 3 cutting baseline. This is why we set him up way down deep. And this is going to be an alley-oop for a dunk. Again, another play that we ran against some guys talking garbage, and this ended up being a massive slam on those guys. There's this one guy who just has some insane hopping ability at the Y. I'm the one who set up both those plays, though, so that was fantastic. And it worked, and we got some dunks, and we won both games. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.